Alright, everyone. I got asked to cast this replay, so here we are. Let's start off, maybe slow it down a bit, because this is a 7v7 played on the Mapgen. 10k, a 10k map at that, as I see it. This game was part of, well, as of time of recording, which is just shortly after Christmas, the last Brink stream, so it's been sitting for a while, but finally I've got time to cast this game, and yeah, let's start with player introductions, shall we? In the bottom left corner we have Team 1 with... okay. With the beach slot for this little pond, I guess. God of Roadkill in dark grey, going UAF and first land. Following up to the south of that, in what I could possibly call an air slot, the Big C04, going Cybran in, well, this lighter shade of purple, I guess. This, I call it lavender, more or less. Going first land, and to the south of him, in the corner, we have Crusader Nova going with purple and Seraphim going first air. Well, I guess this is even more of a back air slot. Then, for the front line, on the top, we have Glob going grey with Cybran and first land. To his south, we have Pico going UAF in dark red and also opening first land. And then to the south of that, we have Brink of Insanity. Brink or Insanity, whatever, I'm gonna call him Brink throughout the game anyway. Going green, and UAF starting out with first air. Then to the right, last but not least for Team 1, we have the Lich King going Aeon in white and opening with first land. Now for Team 2 in the upper right corner. Starting out, once again with the beach slot, a Chief Jaguar going dark blue, going Aeon with dark blue opening first land. To his right, we have Unbalanced in the normal red, going UAF, starting out with first land. And in the corner, we have Mike's, I'm gonna call him Mike's, going with Aeon in teal and opening first land. Then the Team 2 frontline, composed of Thad Thundercock with pink, with this light shade of pink going Cybran and first land, second air apparently. Then No Fear to his right, going Seraphim in light blue and opening first land. And, well, not last but not least, because there's one more, Stormcleaver in, I'm gonna call that brown, going first land and playing UAF, and now finally, last but not least for Team 2, Leoka in purple, going first land with Cybran. And with player introductions out of the way, let's just get back to normal game speed and have a little look while we wait for things to get started. The overall rating range is going from 900 with Big C and Lich King to 2.1k with God of Roadkill. Overall 93% game balance, and the highest rated players, that being a Chief Jaguar with 2000 rating and God of Roadkill, facing off each other. And I have watched this replay before, and as the title might suggest, there will be a truce from those two players that will get broken at some point, getting them involved in the rest of the game, I guess. So far, everyone's moving mid, with Glob pushing out some scouts with his engineers, while Leoka is just pushing out the comm to claim those maxes. And all in all, not much happening. Glob just following up with the first units. Now, as far as I can see, everyone except for the two super high rated players also getting their comms up to the front line. getting them ready for some action. I'm guessing that those two players will just be ecoing up for the whole game. Well, God of Roadkill already having reclaimed his factory, and Chief Jaguar, well, going with his second heir and also just upgrading Max is not producing anything of value. Overall, how's the scouting going? Well, Team 2 seems to have scouted at least some of Team 1, while Team 1 looks about similar-ish as to what they can actually see. Different parts of the map, but more or less the same amount of the enemy team. And the first few units of Glob get picked off by No Fear, and with that, I guess we're off to the races. No Fear, Glob and the Big C pushing that Thundercock back, claiming, destroying one of his maxes and just getting the comm to flee. I guess that's one way to stop some overzealous expansion. And Pico and Crusader Nova now also stopping the expansion from No Fear, destroying that forward max and also blowing up some Thams in the process. Overall, this game is gonna have a lot of stuff happening, and the area in the middle here will develop into some form of no man's land. Brink currently running in with his comm without actually too much support, already falling back, which seems like a good idea. T2 going up for Glob on his comm, gun speed and range going up for Thad Thundercock, and gun speed and range also going up for Leoka. So that makes two gun comms for Team 2. Yes, Team 2, and one T2 comm for Team 1. And Brink just brazenly reclaiming the scouts of Leoka with some NGs, alright, sure. And that Thundercock now going stealth, and T2 coming out for No Fear. Well, looks like this is gonna be really interesting, also with 3 comms on 2 and on the north of this little hill over here. Though Team 1 is retreating a bit with Stormcleaver down in the yellow and Leoka with gun pushing back the other comms, all of which don't have any upgrades whatsoever. Well, that doesn't look good for Team 1. Brink having finished his frontline factory, possibly to get some of that reclaim, which I haven't looked at in the beginning, but I don't think there was too much reclaim on this map. And now there's just a reclaim after a few first units getting blown up. Well, Big C currently tangling with the comm of Max, both of which don't have any upgrades, but Leoka's coming in to help out their teammate, and well, Big C better run back because that's not looking too hot. Alright, Mongoose out for Pico. Let's see if he can micro them properly. As for the eco, Team 1 currently about 200-ish eco ahead of Team 2, though most of that eco probably goes to... Never mind, most of that eco actually goes to Pico, who is presumably... The hell is he doing? Really, the hell is he doing? He was sitting in 500, 600 eco. No goddamn idea. Oh wait, no, that was total eco. 200 eco. Yeah, that seems a lot more reasonable. Alright, sorry, I haven't played with Supreme Scoreboard in a while. But yeah, Team 1 actually ahead by... Nope, get me those. By about 50 eco. With the lead being... Apparently not even God of Roadkill. Well, that's a surprise, but I guess Pico has a lot more maxes to claim. And Brink's frontline factory goes down, but there is a parashield that, as far as I know, never mind, that wasn't the one with support orders on BRNKs. There will be one later around. Gun damage and range going out for Pico and also Lich King. Well, that's just gun range because Aeon, they have their gun upgrades split up. Hooray! God of Roadkill getting T2, and how's attacking going? Well, T2 air for Crusader Nova, T2 air for Big C, T2 land for Pico, and that's pretty much all the T2 I can see from Team 1, and Team 2 has got T2 land for Unbalanced, T2 air for Mikes, T2 land for No Fear, and once again that's pretty much it. This being a 7v7 is definitely putting a strain on my ability to keep track of what's going on. Though currently 5 of Team 1's commanders just being bunched up down here, leaving a bit of an opening up with Glob, though I guess Glob has things under control, spamming up some PD, and Thundercock pushing in with his gun, Nanocom, and just taking out those Cerberus turrets like they're nothing, getting some support fire from some flapjacks in the back from Unbalanced, and Glob now being forced to retreat because he only got T2. There's no gun, no nothing, just T2 and no units. Guess he was going for the firebase, and that kinda got shut down really quickly, even with some preemptive flapjacks before that firebase was even fully finished. Mike's currently just harassing Lich King as far as I can see, though already pulling back. But yeah, that's a bunch of reclaim for Team 2, since the Lich King doesn't really have some reclaim NGs out, while Stormcleaver does have some. The Stormcleaver currently getting pushed by Brink and Lich King, having to fall back, losing probably like one factory, not getting to build the next one, and Pico just getting his Pico and Crusader Nova just getting their comms up and reclaiming some stuff. As for reclaim numbers, how's that actually looking? Well, sort of, I was about to say sort of even, but like Team 2 being ahead 1.5k with 8.5k total mass. Speaking of total mass, Team 1 is currently ahead by about 20k total mass generated, and there we go, that's 60, no wait, 80 mass income, with their highest mass income going to, am I seeing that right? Brink of Insanity. Well, I guess he's full T2 maxes and and also has a lot of them already capping with T2 MGs out and about. Now the middle seems really MML heavy, and some Jesters getting that Thundercock to move back, though I mean with that nano he's already, and 2 vet he's already still at full health. And those hoplites definitely need to keep a healthy distance because they are not tanky at all. One of them already going down in a single volley with an overcharge in there. Though there's also a renegade gunship from Big C trying to take out those Sky Slammers, and well, taking out like 2 maybe of those 5. But not much happening. And as you can see, the no man's land spanning the middle has already sort of developed. And here we have it. That parachute is just on an assist order on BRNKs, just giving him a mobile 3k extra HP, and Lich King just standing around, reclaiming, and now falling back as Stormcleaver is laying some fire into him. I'm not sure if that's actually advanced range or not. Give me a second. Does he... Where can I... Nope. Lich King only has the normal range. Great. The advanced range upgrade is really nice, but well, it's a separate upgrade, so costs a bit more to upgrade that. But hey, I guess that makes it a bit more fair with the first tier just being sort of on par with, or like being on par with normal gun upgrade. Pico currently building some lines of PD with some skills in between just to fend off the missiles from Snowfear. And so far things have calmed down a little with some Ilshivas from Northia just testing the waters and falling back quickly after they run into the PD fire. And as you can clearly see, the plateau in the pond is not disputed at all. It's evenly distributed between God of Roadkill and Chief Jaguar, with God of Roadkill having built up a little smiley out of walls. How nice. Crusader Nova already has T3 Air with the first two ASF out. How's his opponent looking? Well, yeah, Mike's also has T3 Air and has the exact same amount of ASF. Yeah, okay, so pretty even on the air. Big C currently, I'm guessing that's the air upgrade. Yeah, there's nothing building there. Big C currently 88% done on his T3 air upgrade, while... Wait, no, yes, his opposing player would be unbalanced with T2 land and no air whatsoever, so that gives Team 1 2 air players, while Team 2 only has 1. Though Armed does have a T3 air factory almost ready. Well, 99%, so Armed, not Armed, a Chief Jaguar. Damn it! Both names start with an A and I don't know. Don't know how that got there. Hi, Armed. This wasn't streamed live, so Armed isn't in the chat lurking somewhere or something. But yeah, a Chief Jaguar now with some T3 air out, and probably going to keep that with for T3 build power for the moment. Though I could guess that it could turn nasty if that if that truce breaks. That Thundercock being forced into the water with a bunch of renegade gunships by the Big C, and currently the No Man's Land still holding. Both sides just getting their reclaim and keeping the enemy off of their yard. Brink has pulled back his comm. The parachute still supporting him and is apparently just regenning for a while. Now, as it seems, Stormcleaver has put together a little strike force composed of mainly mongoose and a few pillars thrown in, trying to, or probably even rather successfully, dealing with the Auroras out from the Lich King, who currently still doesn't... Oh, never mind, there we have T2 land, though this T2 energy seems to be the first unit out of that, so... And that's one hell of a factory complex. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I would probably reclaim like at least maybe 2 or 3 of those. And the Lich King currently not looking to... Never mind, actually he got his gun upgrade, double gun upgrade to come. I don't think he actually has the double range yet. No, that doesn't look double rangey to me. But it's still sort of acting as a deterrent against the advancing army from Stormcleaver, though Lich King does have to fall back. That Thundercock currently brazenly pushing his comm into the No Man's Land, and I'm just guessing that the gunships from Big C got taken out by some ASF, by Mike's, and yeah, that's... No Fear already knows what's up. He definitely knows knows fear from those triads. the way he's running back, and I mean, can't fault him for that. The Lich King currently not looking too hot. His army has evaporated into some nice little reclaim piles that Leoka is currently getting, and Leoka and Stormcleaver are both pushing their comms in. That Renegade, funnily enough, drawing with a Skyboxer, though there was already another Skyboxer around, so once again, not much air support currently on the way, and Leoka and Stormcleaver both looking rather healthy, while the Lich King is almost dead. Down to 600 HP, but he has a lot of T1 NGs building up some T1 PD, while Leoka and Stormcleaver pull back as to not overextend and maybe get into range of something else, such as more gunships as they retreat back into some Skyboxer range. That Thundercock currently trying again on Glob's Firebase, which after the first attempt has been pushed back a little bit, and it seems it's going to be pushed back a little bit further, with those two frontline PD not looking too hot and that shield definitely not being built in time. But, well, one can hope, maybe at least that one Cerberus turret will survive. Let's have a little look at eco. Is that eco? That seems to be eco. Yes, team 1 on 1k eco, team 2 on 670 eco, so team 1 clearly ahead by a mile. Let's see how they use their eco. I'm pretty sure that, like, never mind, most of their eco is still coming from Brink of Insanity, who's currently going T3, and I know what's coming after. That's gonna be fun to watch. And God of Roadkill, despite being basically in a position to just eco up and not doing anything, decides to get another factory and is currently building Rasboys. How's achieved eco looking well, 215, and also building Rasboys. Out of 2 quantum gateways at that. Leoka and Stormcleaver are currently blockading this little passage with some supporting army and having reclaimed most of the army that Lich King lost in that little scuffle before. So that's a bunch more mass for them, which means that, never mind, Team 1 is still currently ahead by 5k mass on reclaim, just through virtue of, and I completely missed how Glob died. I'm guessing he was pushed by that Thundercock, who is currently not looking too hot, being down to nothing. I guess he just pushed in, and well, those PD just weren't as laughable as they seemed. Well, those tickle guns just tickle, but I mean, if there's enough of them, that's still enough to disrupt your day. And well, now that this 7v7 has turned into a 6v6, maybe things are gonna get a little less hectic, and maybe I'm gonna miss a little less, though I'm not sure. Brink currently building T3 P-gens and some TMD. Yep, back-based TMD definitely seems like a good idea. And some sniper bolts out from No Fear, trying to deal with the firebase of Pico, though the back shield is assisted, and the forward shield, well, that one might actually go down, but there are no PD under there, just some MMLs, and also now some Percys backing that up, as well as some Demolishers that are probably not getting their value as much as they probably should, just because the firebase of No Fear is also very heavily shielded. Also, as you might have seen from like the stuff getting transferred over and all that, with that Thundercock space now being given to No Fear, I was about to say distributed between No Fear and Unbalanced, though I think Unbalanced has built that little forward base by himself, so no, just being given up. And is that an airfight incoming? No, that is not an airfight incoming. That was just some some posturing of, well, admittedly inferior ASF numbers to maybe save those Volthus. But yeah, Glob Space has been transferred over to God of Roadkill, which I'm guessing that was also that Thundercock space was also gifted to Chief Jaguar, and he gifted it over, but well, the God of Roadkill just decides to keep all that stuff, rebuild the Maxes, probably build some more PD or something, but yeah, he's definitely not getting involved with the rest of the fighting. So that's one base down for Team 1, that's basically just going down to ecoing, building up mass fabs and Raspboys with the second quantum gateway for God of Roadkill. And some T3 mobile RT for No Fear, now also arriving on the field, putting even more pressure on Pico's firebase, which has now been built up to a total of, well, I was about to say four shields and a fifth one building, but I guess one of those shields goes down and the second goes down, so now we are down to 3 shields, with the third one having now finished. More bus kills, I don't think that's gonna do a whole lot against, well, it's gonna do something against those Ithasars. I have no idea, goddamn Seraphim names. But yeah, I guess it's gonna be helpful against those MMOs, but it's definitely not gonna be helpful against those mobile artilleries. And a strike force of bricks from No Fear, just taking a short expedition into God of Roadkill's new base. And what is that? A nuke out from Brink, heading straight for, well, where the hell is that headed? Heading straight for, I don't see any SMD on the way, by the way. Heading straight for the airbase of Mike's, who is already aware that it's heading for him, running for his life, and, well, there we go. I guess Mike's has just lost his air grid. Ooh, that's painful. That's really painful, especially with Team 1 currently having 2 air players with sort of even ASF numbers. Those stealthy Cybran ASF might even, from BXC, might even be able to deal with Mike's ASF on account of being sort of similar numbers and also having stealth. And the fact that there are 2 air players means that an air fight can just go really badly for the guy with just 1 air fight, for the team with 1 air player, because 2 players can make diverging turns, which can also be done as a single player, but it's a lot harder to pull off, so as such it's easier to get some annoying turns off. And currently, Stormcleaver just pushing past Pico's firebase, which has all but been eliminated, as far as I can see. 1 shield left, 1 triad, though that one's barely holding on as is. And some T2 units moving into Brink space, who is currently trying to build an SMD and has just noticed that, hey, there's some stuff that shouldn't be there. Some Volthus out from Crusader Nova currently backing him up, and also some T1 bombers from BXC dealing with those T2 units, and also let's spam up some quick T1 PD, I guess, is what Brink seems to be thinking. And yeah, with that, the little run by is completely eliminated, leaving him with a bunch of reclaim. Give me a second. About 3.7k reclaim, and yes, I know that number is a bit bugged. I think it has something to do with my UI scaling. Not sure though, but yeah, like the reclaim counter, I have to click it a few times sometimes and then actually it works. So yeah, currently on the whole map we've got 16k reclaim, more or less, and T3 land has hit the field for no fear, currently just plowing down Pico's base. I guess he was hoping to hold out until his Fat Boy finished, but that's not gonna happen, and let's see if those two Percivals can delay the force of bricks and Othams for long enough to get that Fat Boy on the field. And currently Volthus by Crusader Nova just pushing back that land force, as well as some Ravagers out from God of Roadkill. I guess they do have a lot of area denial. Another nuke now out from Brink, going... Oh no. Oh no, it's going straight for Chief Jaguar's Island. Ooh. Ooh, the truce has been broken. Well, let's see how things develop from here, I guess. You monster! Why did you break the treaty? Yeah. So Brink kinda broke that truce that has been happening, has been existing between the two highest rated players. Let's see how that develops. Also, he's currently getting tactical nuke on his comm, and also some Rambo comms to back him up when he inevitably moves to the front line to just fire some tactical nukes into enemy positions. Hooray. T3 now on No Fear's comm with... Is that normal nano or advanced nano? I don't know, but hey, it's a nano comm. And also that T3 army is looking somewhat scary if it weren't for the fact that there's currently a Fat Boy by Pico that's laying heavy fire, and also it's got close range support by Percivals if that stuff were to move in. And also a bunch of trebuchets out by God of Roadkill, who has decided to at least keep this flank safe and using some mass to just firebase in this position and total up, while he can probably just eco up a little bit more. As for ecoing up a little bit more, well, he's currently sitting on 670 eco, the highest in the game, helping Team 1 to 2k eco compared to 1.6 for Team 2, and that was the first tag nuke. Yes, yes, that was indeed Brink's comm nuke, Billy nuke. Just taking out, I don't know, a bunch of stuff, probably actually not that much looking at the veterancy, and some whalers out from Big C, hoping to maybe find something, though I'm not too sure they will, considering that this no man's land is also flanked by some mobile T3 AA and a bunch of other stuff, and another Billy nuke taking out some bricks. Potentially, never mind. Yeah, it's a tactical missile, so it does get taken out by TMD. Well, bad luck, I guess. An experimental out from Stormcleaver, that makes the second Fat Boy on the field. I'm guessing there will be more, though I currently don't see any being built, so I guess I was wrong on that. Or is there... Well, there's also a Fat Boy being built for Unbalance, so... Ah, there we go, that's the Billy nuke coming through, and that one seems to have gotten about 3k mass, 3.5k mass, something along those lines, so that's definitely been a worthwhile Billy nuke. And also another Fat Boy being built up by Stormcleaver, so that's gonna be a bunch of experimentals hammering down on the positions of Team 1. Though the immense amounts or increasing amounts of T3 mobile RT and T2 static RT are also not to be scoffed at. Though saying that, that Billy nuke just took out 5 what were those? Demolishers by Unbalanced. And another normal nuke by fired by Brink, going out for... well... going for the forward base of Unbalanced, though I'm not sure there was an SMD in the back, somewhere, right here, and it's not loaded anymore, but there's also some TMD, which seems to have gotten at least some value. And Brink happily continuing his Billy nuking, and hey, I completely missed it, but there's a big air fight brewing, Big C taking out Mike's air, while Crusader Nova just strat snipes. I think that was an SMD, I'm not sure, might have been an SMD. But yeah, just Crusader Nova going all out with some strats, and also Nawasa getting those fat boys to pull back, and well, that fat boy is definitely not having a great day. With 100, it was down to 150 health. Yeah, that fat boy definitely wasn't having a great day, and neither is that firebase. Getting harassed by a commander with a Billy nuke, and a Wassa, and some Rambo comps. The Lich King taking the opportunity to advance with some Harbingers, being backed up for a north-facing push by Pico to take on the army of No Fear, and the Awasa goes down. Does it go? Never mind, I was confused. Those ASF belong to Big C, not Team 2. Big C currently just trying a gunship snipe on Leoka, and well, the Oasa bomb is definitely helping out a lot, but Leoka still looking kinda... Never mind. I was about to say looking kinda okay, and there they go. So Leoka taken out by, I'm guessing those were the Harpies, though I'm not sure. AGC out from the Lich King, currently pushing up, though that fat boy is really dealing some damage to that experimental, and the bakery has opened up. The Chief Jaguar has decided to just push all his 660 mass income into donut production, or well, probably most of it at least, which just can go one way, and that is that donut that just finished is heading straight for Brink's Com. Yeah, Team 1 have kinda lost most of their ASF in that last little stunt over Team 2's base, and with that Brink's Com goes down to a Tsar, losing Team 1 even more ASF that got caught in the blast, and also got caught by just the AA missiles from the Tsar. And with that, the Tsar just keeps moving back, and there better be something to stop it, I guess. And it gets Control Kate, and hey, it doesn't get the nuke, I guess. Brings space going to God of Roadkill, who quickly switches it over to Pico, because I guess he's too busy with his own stuff and doesn't want to influence stuff anymore. The Lich King currently seemingly having forgotten his GC, as it just stands there getting fired upon by fat boys, and that chicken is also getting a warm greeting from that fat boy, though I'm guessing it will do at least some damage when it moves in there, and there comes the next donut, so nope, time for a hasty retreat, and that Tsar also pulls back, just ominously hanging in the air at the border of Team 2's at the border of Team 2's territory, just hovering there ominously. And it's now deciding to move over Lich King's Com, who has gotten normal shields, and Mike's currently engaging Team 1's ASF. Nice air fight, mopping up Big C's ASF under cover of the Tsar, and I'm guessing that Tsar is actually not interested in killing Lich King, as he is on the lower side when it comes to rating, and this being full share, it might actually be more advantageous having him taking up space instead of gifting his base to someone with higher rating. Though the Tsar will most definitely take out the nuke in the back base. Will it fire one last time or will it not? And the Tsar goes down to...
Strategic launch detected.
Never mind, the nuke survived. The nuke missile moving through the Tsar rack. And that was a sort of misplaced nuke, but I guess it was a panic fire as the Tsar kinda was in the way. God of Roadkill has built an experimental. Well, it's in Atlantis. One of many, as it seems. Alright then, so... experimental aircraft carriers it is then? Sure. I mean, is the Tsar still counted as an... Right. It is still counted as an experimental aircraft carrier, though I think its air production capabilities got stripped with the factory rework. I actually haven't used one in forever, so I don't know, but I think I saw something about that. And yes, that factory rework is also several months old now, but still. And some Fatboy Fire being exchanged from both sides, while Mike's is just getting a scout wave out. Let's see what he can actually see. Not too much, with a lot of SAMs being built up by, well, actually by both sides, since I'm guessing Team 2 wasn't actually too fond of the air cover by Mike's, having had to deal with some strats roaming in the back and also an Awasa hovering overhead. And Team 1, well, Team 1 is currently looking at... is that one or are those two? Probably still just one. Either way, they are looking at an unending stream of constantly building Tsars, with the next one just flying up in health. And alright, sure. Even more Atlantises. If they get used for air production, that's actually gonna be a massive amount of air production. Not only through their like production build power, but also because God of Roadkill currently is sitting at 1.4k eco. And that also means that Team 1 is currently more than 1k eco ahead of Team 2. Well, that's currently still not being expressed that heavily in what's going on with just some GCs and Yothothas and Fat Boys and other stuff roaming the countryside. There comes the next Tsar. But yeah, those experimental notifications are getting a little bit silly. Are we looking at any sort of standoff tech yet? Yeah, sorry. I should stop scrolling that much. Well, apparently yes, a Duke. Turning, I'm guessing it just finished out from Pico. Second one building, also some shields building. The nuke, currently not loaded, but being heavily assisted. And Unbalanced also has gotten into the air game, having built up a, well, not inconsiderable amount of ASF. Okay, fine, maybe 12. 15. Okay, yeah, 3 in the back, 4 in the back, yeah, sure. 15. Guess I wasn't too far off with my count. Standoff tech for the North team is looking not that great, actually. I'm not seeing anything being built in that regard. But I guess that means they are just using their eco more on experimentals that can actually push. Also, I don't even know where that... oh. Wait, what? I think I lost sight of that shot. Oh, right, so that Duke is firing into unbalanced forward base, as far as I can tell. Also, I haven't watched the whole replay through, so I hope there is no desync near the end, but I know that there isn't one for the first 50 minutes or so, so another 10 minutes that I actually know about. The Lich King currently just building Sprite Strikers. I don't think that sniper bots actually do have their... that this is the right time for sniper bots, because they're just running into Fatboy Fire and dying. Maybe with a shit ton of assailants to support them, but otherwise, yeah, no. But I guess he's also building up flares just for the fun of just pushing in with labs. Sure, keep him busy, I guess. And also he has... when it comes to total health, he has one single GC, though it's split up into 2 units, so I guess that's also fun. And a hub of them was completed by... where the hell is it? By Crusader Nova. Your Thotha being queued up next, but that takes Team 1's standoff or RT count up to 3, with the second Duke also having been finished. Now back to Team 1. No, Team 1's RT count is now at 3. Team 2's RT count is still at... well, I was about to say 0, but it's, well, apparently 0.94, so half of them, for no fear, about to finish. And currently, with the Zars hovering over the border of Team 2 ominously, there is also no real ability to push for Team 1, as any push will be stopped by probably greater amounts of experimentals. As far as I can see, there's one Fat Boy for Pico and some T2 Arty banks, and 3 Fat Boys for Team 2 with a Monkey Lord and 4 Fat Boys, never mind, yeah. Team 2 definitely has the upper hand when it comes to experimentals, but currently the game has kinda devolved into some really static gameplay, and I don't know why, but that's looked really weird when it got off the ground. Those T1 bombers from Crusader Nova, I don't know why he's building them, but maybe that's got some reason, as T3AA is mostly useful against single target, I have no idea. Big C currently trying to take out the Tsar. Yeah, not a great move. Not a great move at all. Mike's just mobs up the remaining ASF while the Tsar is just sitting there at 1/3 health. And Big C just lost his entire air force, consisting of, oh, I don't know, what was that, 30, maybe 40 ASF. Yeah, that's a bunch of reclaim for Team 2 to just get, as you can slowly start to see the wrecks appear as they sink to the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, not a great move. Not a great move at all. Big C currently also still building up some whalers. I don't know. I think we should just go back to ASF. Yeah, Team 1 is currently really behind when it comes to air superiority, with Mike's having far superior numbers in ASF. and also Team 2 having 3 ZARs to call upon if need be. So airfights over either enemy territory are already a bad idea with the amount of SAMs just being spammed up everywhere. And the ZARs just act as mobile SAM banks, so that's also not fun. And that was that a PD nuke? I have no idea what that nuke was actually going for. Is there a wreck beneath? No, there isn't. Well, might have been overkill. No idea, but I think it was supposed to kinda deal with those 3 fat boys, or 2 fat boys and that one Yothotha or something. But they just pulled back in time, and now that's a really, really scary force to see walk towards you if the smoke clears. Just walking out of the smoke from the nuke. A truly devastating force that's already falling back. Yeah, I have no... Oh, right. 1.5 million Ravagers. Lich King having finished another GC, trying to push up with their forces, though keeping them within Fatboy range to collect them. Once again, not a great move. Either move them or pull them back. So yeah, move them forwards or backwards, just don't keep them there, I guess. Also, moving them forwards does seem like a bad idea, because once again the ZAR can just fire upon them without any repercussions, since any airfight over enemy territory, as can be seen, okay fine, that airfight will transpire mostly over no man's land, if it is to happen. Crusader Nova just having sacrificed his entire built-up T1 bomber force, producing an incredibly dense reclaim field. But also Crusader Nova has built up a reasonable amount of ASF. I think Big C gifted some of his to him or something. I have no idea. Give me a second. Well, Wasps, and so both Seraphim and UAF. Wait, no. Yes, both Seraphim and UAF. So I guess... Oh, right. God of Roadkill has started building ASF out of all those, or yes, all of those Atlantises. Atlanti? Yeah, I don't know. And has just been gifting them over in large batches to Crusader Nova, giving them a big air force to call upon if need be, but once again, attrition for any sort of airfight over enemy territory is going to be enormous with just the density of SAMs being built up. Yeah, this game just calls for some game enders or someone to just commit to a push. Though, once again, the amount of static artillery and Ravagers and all that does make any sort of push prohibitively expensive. And is there another artillery? Well, there's a 4th Duke about to finish for Pico, getting the amount of T3 artilleries for Team 1 up to 5. And I think there is a disruptor under construction for Big C, though I'm also sure that there is something else being built up by... There is an emissary being built up by Mike's. There also already seems to be an emissary around here. Yes, there already is an emissary built up for Mike's. And the Hovertherm for No Fear. Did I miss it going down? I probably missed it going down. Is about to be rebuilt. there's a lot of stuff happening, and especially with like 5 T3 arties firing on different locations, it's hard to notice when stuff dies. But yeah, nothing from Team 1 actually got back here, so it probably was just down to some T3 arty shells. But yeah, what an incredible no man's land in between, spanning pretty much the firing range of a Fat Boy. Speaking of, that Fat Boy is fated to die, as it just lost its shield and is under fire by an enemy Fat Boy with mobile shield support. Though both static and mobile shields went down. And God of Roadkill has decided to chime in with some Fat Boys of his own, I guess as an answer to the Zars built by Chief Jaguar, who is currently sitting at how many? I can't count, so give me 7 Zars. 1 for space and 3 for... okay, 5 for Stormcleaver space and just 1 for unbalanced. Yeah, that's rather hard to deal with. Yeah, there's also a bunch of stingers out from God of Roadkill, though I don't think they will get to do a whole lot. And this task force of bouncers is definitely something that should be expected with the amount of Zars just going around. That Thundercock demanding a Maver, well, with a name like that, obviously you demand the biggest gun around. But yeah, currently we are looking at 4 Dukes, the 5th one being built up for Pico. A Hovertham, a Disruptor. Is there a second Disruptor on the way somewhere? Currently not, but yeah, that's a bunch of T3 RT, and well, Team 2 can only watch and weep as all the shells impact and overwhelm what shielding they could muster. Though a Chief Jaguar is on location to spam up radiances at his own discretion in record time. Stormcleaver has had enough from staying in his base and is starting to walk back to Mike's base, which do you really want to walk into the aggregate that's currently being fired upon by 5, 6 T3 RTs? Something like that. I kinda wouldn't want to be in that position actually. But he has also started a Maven, which is seeing some which is getting some support but not everything. And that was a neat way to advance with Rambo Zakus. Just keep building up T2 shields in front of you so you get some static shields. Or you could also use Bubble Zakus for a similar effect with that. But yeah, that was mostly just a tactic to probably get some Fat Boys in range, and God of Roadkill is angry, as it seems. That's getting in range over those Fat Boys and just going down immediately before the Air Force of Crusader Nova can even get close, just because the sheer amount of bouncers hanging around is, well, it's certainly astonishing. How many are we looking at even? Alright, yeah, so we are looking at 83 bouncers over here. Yeah, that's nothing to scoff at. The Hovertham for no fear having been dealt with again, I'm guessing. Where was that even never mind. It's currently being dealt with by some stuff, more or less, as Team 1 has decided now's the time to move. Pico pushing up his rainbow comms, and God of Roadkill just pushing up 8, 9, okay, never mind, down to 8 Fat Boys with appropriate air cover and some parashields. That's a lot of mass, but I guess he's been ecoing up for the better part of the entire game, so might as well. -4 stim speed during this game. Well, I'm glad I can still manage. I actually don't want to speed up to see how fast I can manage, but I'm still at +0, so great. I don't have a potato PC. Airfight currently over those Zars, trying to deal with them over Stormcleaver space. Mike's also losing a bunch of ASF in the process, though ASF numbers seem to have sort of equalized. Mike's chasing down Command Crusader Nova and deciding against it again. And those were just Rambo Zaku's running into that did look like alright, that's a bunch of explosions. Oh right, yeah. The T3 Arty from Team 1 have broken through and just decided and have just started to chain some Raz Zakus from the Chief Jaguar, as well as the Rambo Zakus in the middle going down to insane amounts of static T2 Arty. I guess that's how you fire base. And the main force, oh, wow, yeah, there is also a Novax out from Pico, and a Chief Jaguar, damn it, I did it again. Chief Jaguar just lost what I can only assume amounted to his main collection point of Raz Zakus. That definitely looked expensive, as they all chained and killed each other with their death weapons. And God of Roadkill now just trying to move up with some, I think those were Janus. But yeah, the rather static game has kinda turned, and with Team 1 currently on 5k eco, alright. More than double Team 2's eco. I guess this will only go one way, as the also friendly middle base or middle island has now been fully claimed by God of Roadkill, with the Fat Boy having landed and firing onto the beach of Team 2.
Strategic launch detected.
I don't even know how. Wait, what else? Ah, I see. The Lich King having gotten some Tally Zakus to move in. I don't even. Okay, yeah, gotta respect the hustle. Instead of firing upon T2 mass fabs and or instead of firing upon those T2 mass fabs, he decided to reclaim them, because those are out of the box only Tally Zakus, so they don't really have that much damage, especially since there's only one around. And was there a nuke on this position? There might have been a nuke on this position. This does look like a nuke. And going from how the Lich King is running... Oh, right, yeah. I forgot. I watched this game live, and basically I think this was the point where the game was already won, so they just started fucking around and nuking each other and shit. Like, I think that was literally the nuke bag. Yes, I think that was literally the nuke bag here, just trying to nuke the Lich King. And as a counter now, there is the there is a Scorcher snipe on Pico out from God of Roadkill because yeah, because why the fuck not, I guess. Okay, now, yeah, that nuke will not get another missile of going down to Team 1 bombers from the own team. And some broadswords out from Unbalance, just running into ASF from Big C that aren't even stealthed, so they should have been visible. Although I don't know if Team 2 actually still have a radar at that. Well, they don't have a radar, but they do have a soothsayer in what used to be Achieved's base, since Achieved went down to something. Yeah, I know, my commentary has really, really devolved during this game, but it's been about an hour and it's been a rather hectic hour, considering as most players are still alive after an hour of this atrocious game that has been built up to the point where Team 1 is sitting at 5k eco. And Team 2 is only now crossing below the 1k eco because they keep losing Zakus and Maxes and all that. But yeah, basically this is just 1 hour and we have devolved to T1 bomber spam. Yeah, yeah, I think they just left at that point. Oh hey, Max has built a little heart. Yeah, they kinda recalled and that's that. So Team 1 wins with apparently just T1 bomber spam at 1 hour in a game where there were... Alright, let's have a little final count. So that's 1 disruptor. Where are the hoverthams? 1 hovertham. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 dukes. So yeah, 10 T3 RTs for Team 1. All apparently raining down on God of Roadkill because this was one might as well meme. The civil war has broken out just at the end of the game. But yeah, this has been a 1 hour game with 10 T3 arties on one side, and the final attack was performed with just T1 bombers and copious amounts of AA. Yeah, I got no words, but I hope you guys enjoyed this cast. It certainly was something, it certainly was hectic, and I probably missed more than half of it, but hey, that's how things go. It was a 7v7, and yeah, holy shit. Either way, until like maybe if you catch a stream, or until the next cast I may or may not do. Until then, bye.